Last night, we got a glimpse of Russell Wilson's debut, but we also saw more of Justin Fields. There's been a lot of buzz and debate about which of these guys deserves to be the starting quarterback. During the preseason, we've seen both good and bad moments from each of them, and now Russell Wilson is facing a wave of criticism. I'm guessing most of that criticism is coming from Denver Broncos fans, or maybe just people who don't like Russell Wilson. There might even be a few Steelers fans in the mix. But in this game, the offensive line was a bit concerning. We'll dive into the film to break it all down. I wanted to focus on Justin Fields first, but if you want a full breakdown of Russell Wilson, just drop a part 2 in the comments, and I'll make it happen. I noticed some promising things from Justin Fields in this game, so let's start with him. But before we dive in, let me know in the comments who you think should be the day one starting quarterback for this team right now. Not next week, but right now. Okay, let's jump into it. Unfortunately, I don't have all of the All-22 coaches film, so I'll be analyzing a few standout plays from this game. If this video hits 100 or 200 likes, I'll do a full breakdown of both Russell Wilson and Justin Fields tomorrow. So if you want that, let me know in the comments by writing part 2. Once the full film is available, we'll go even deeper. Now, let's break down this first play featuring Justin Fields. He drops back in the pocket, and suddenly pressure is coming at him from every direction. Up the middle, off the right side, off the left side. Somehow, Justin Fields escapes it all like a magician. This guy is a different breed when it comes to extending plays. Then, off his left foot, he throws across his body and delivers a perfect pass to his receiver for a massive first down. This one was to D.S. Patrick, and when you look at this play, you see the potential at Justin Fields' absolute best. Now, I'm not saying he's the better quarterback, but what I am saying is that he offers more potential. His highs are incredibly high, but his lows can be lower than Russell Wilson's. We're going to look at some of those not-so-great passes too, but this play shows what Justin Fields can do on his best day. Under pressure, with 3 defenders in his face, he throws a crossbody pass off 1 foot over the head of a defender. This could have been tipped, but it wasn't. It was a beautiful pickup. That's just one of the good plays. Now, let's take a look at one that wasn't so great. A lot of people were complaining about this particular play from Justin Fields, and I don't entirely get it. Yes, it's an overthrow, and it's not a perfect throw, but let's take a moment to understand what's happening here. When he's throwing this ball, there's a defender coming straight at him with a hand up, and another guy potentially breaking off the edge. He's under pressure, no doubt. Again, I don't have another angle to show you, but this is a tough throw to make with so many defenders in your face. Fields gets hit a little at the end too. Yes, the ball isn't where it needs to be. It's behind the receiver and overthrown. Let's be honest, it's not the greatest throw. The wide receiver did everything he could to adjust, but it's not on him. This one's on the QB. Now, I noticed that when the wide receiver turned back for the ball, he started to slow down to track it. Maybe he could have made a better adjustment, but again, this isn't on him. The ball was thrown here when it should have been over there. To be more specific, it should have been in this area, not where it ended up. So yes, that throw from Justin Fields wasn't great, but let's not forget he was under serious pressure. The wide receiver maybe could have done a better job too. If he hadn't slowed down and had run directly to where the ball was going, it might have been a different outcome. But honestly, the receiver really did everything he could until the last moment, when it just became too tough to make the play. Now, I wouldn't say this was a terrible play, but it was definitely a bad throw under pressure. I get that. Once we get the All-22 coaches film, I'll be able to break this down in more detail, but for now, I'm focusing on the plays that stood out the most to me. And yes, I might be a bit critical, but don't get me wrong. I don't think Justin Fields is a bad player. In fact, I think he has a ton of potential. I also want to break down Russell Wilson's performance. I didn't see much of his start, but from what I've heard, it wasn't great, and the offensive line struggled too. Now, let's look at a play that Fields needs to make. We've got a block lined up here, a defender biting down a bit, and a swing bubble pass to the wide receiver coming off an RPO, run pass option. Fields could either hand the ball off, keep it, or take the swing pass. In my opinion, he needed to hit that swing pass immediately. Let's read the defense. Here's a quick decision. Fields notices the defender is locked in on the running back, so it's a good call to keep the ball. He gets a little separation, but for some reason, the blocker isn't doing his job. If Fields had thrown that bubble pass right here, it could have been a touchdown, or at the very least, a first down on 4th and 2. As we watch the play unfold further, you can see the wide receiver doing a fantastic job blocking. The bubble pass is right there. Just throw it. If Fields had led the receiver up the sideline, it might have been a touchdown. The thing about Justin Fields is that he sometimes tries to play hero ball. While that can be exciting, it's not always the best choice. Even if he had just lobbed the ball up, it could have been a touchdown. But instead, Fields tries to do too much, and it ends up being a mistake. When he watches this film, he'll probably think, "What was I doing? If I'd thrown that ball, it would have been a touchdown." Even if he had thrown it late, it still could have been a first down. Also, the blocker really needed to do his job there. If he had, this play could have gone from a mistake to a great play by Justin Fields. You can see it from the very beginning. What are we waiting for? Why isn't that guy getting blocked? Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like there were a few different things that went wrong here. So, when it comes to this play, I think the ball should be thrown right away. First, you need to make that block. Second, you've got to make sure that block happens. And third, even though it's tough, maybe you could try throwing it here. I know it's extremely difficult, especially after just spinning out of a defender, but there were a few things that could have been done better. All right, let's look at one more play before we wrap up. I'm waiting on the All-22 coaches film to break down all the plays thoroughly. But for now, here's what we have. In this play, we've got a speed out route, an in route, a corner route, a deep dig over the middle, which looks like the most open option, and a hitch route from the tight end. The running back will also leak into the flats later in the play. So what's needed here is time for the quarterback to read the field. The first read is probably the speed out route, followed by the corner route, then the deep dig, and finally checking the flat routes as alerts. At this point in the play, this is when I think you should throw the ball. The dig route isn't completely open, but it's getting there. If you release it now, you at least give your receiver a chance to make a contested catch. Instead, Fields faces pressure, tries to dump it down while getting hit, and the pass is incomplete. Overall, I actually liked what I saw from Justin Fields in this game. He made some really good plays, and we'll dive into that more in tomorrow's video. I wanted to highlight some areas where he could improve, but I might be off the mark. I'm open to your thoughts and feedback, so let me know what you think. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the like button, and more importantly, subscribe if you're new. Join the family and turn on post notifications. It's free and easy to subscribe, and we'll be covering more film tomorrow. If this video hits 200 likes, I'll break down Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, and more. Also, let me know in the comments which defender you want me to break down next. I did a breakdown of Pon Wilson last week, and DeMarvin Leal has been impressive. If there's someone specific you want to see, just let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.